everyone. This is Racquel Palmese, and I'd like to welcome you to Wisdom Wednesday. And in case you are lost in time and space, it is May 6th, 2020, and here we are together in time and space. I'd like to welcome you and thank you for being here. I have been asked by Spirit to broach a subject that is really hard to think about and hard to know. And that subject is prayer. Subject has been in many books. It is in Bibles. Has been with us. We're often taught to pray for things when we're children. We kneel at our beds. We give thanks and gratitude. And we're taught to make a wish and ask for the things that will fulfill us, that will make us feel good. But that is not really what prayer is about right now. And if you would like to pray, if you would like to really feel what it's like to pray, right now I could make a little prayer that since I'm locked out of my house and in my garden, that the trash trucks that are due here this afternoon don't come rumbling by, but in case they do, we'll just take a gentle pause and wait for them to finish their business, and I'll be back with you. So there's all kinds of prayer. And I think in this time, in this pause that we're all in, hopefully we are not trying to rush out and be rebellious and run to beaches and all that kind of stuff. Hopefully we are not getting ourselves embroiled in the stories and the politics of what's going on, but rather that we are taking this moment in time to get quiet, to reassess and reevaluate and look at our core issues. Look at who we are, not in terms of what we do, but really in terms of who we are and who we would like to become in this life. What are the qualities that we would like to exhibit, that we would like to live? What kind of people do we want to be? What kind of spirit do we want to embody and exhibit in this life? So that comes to the subject of prayer. And prayer is also used to describe a type of person, a prayerful person. A prayerful person is a person who tends to be surrendered to life, who checks in with God, with Spirit, with their Creator. Often during the day and during life, to get a handle on what it is that they're doing. Prayerful person is a considerate person in general, thoughtful person who thinks deeply about what they're doing and who they are. But prayer is a really important aspect because prayer is a conversation with God. And first, before we can even think about that, we have to take the leap into considering how we define God. I would say that if there are a billion people on the planet, if there are billions of people on the planet, then each one of us billions has a unique and different relationship with their Creator. We may believe in the same dogmas and the same ideas, religions, practices. But when we go deep enough, when we take that beautiful breath and drop an anchor and feel embodied in life, we begin to feel that we have this direct line of communication with that which created us, with that which we are answerable to in some way or another. This is our own private space. and possibly our most intimate of all relationships, because that force, which we call God, that vast intelligence, as my teacher used to call it, that amazing creation that created us, that created our creation, that love, that knowingness, that very difficult evolution that is not always so kind, that is not always so forgiving, that is not always so gay and cheerful, like the kind of evolution that we are being asked to be in right now. What is your relationship with your creator during this? Are you willing to take a pause and deepen and build that relationship? Are you willing to reach out? Are you willing to try to feel what it is that is out there for you and that is inborn within you? That which encourages and encapsulates your creativity, your desire for goodness, your desire to live a full life, your desire to be part of something bigger than yourself. Beautiful breeze right now. That which animates your life is your spirit. That part of creator that is within you. That divinity which resides inside you. And if you will, in this moment of pause, feel yourself aligning with that force within you. Feel yourself connecting to it. There's an energy field around you and within you. You are made of energy. You don't end where your skin ends. Feel your fullness of yourself as an energy. Feel it right now. You can. If you take a breath, feel yourself expand into this beautiful field of energy. When you're angry or when you're feeling in a world of regret and dissolution and misalignment, that energy field collapses and contracts and holds itself very tight around you and in you, and everything tightens within you, and you're just really gonna feel it. And that's okay, because that's how we're asked to process, is by holding this energy and then releasing it back out into the field so that we don't get any of that energy trapped inside us. If you take a few breaths, you'll feel the expansion. And as you feel your field expanding, you'll start, if you're willing, to feel the vibration and presence of all kinds of spirit beings that are present in your life. You'll start feeling that presence, and you'll also start feeling that they are involved in your life. There are angels and light beings and energy forms and everything else in that energy field. We have some names for all of it, but our minds aren't really able to grasp the fullness of all of creation that is involved in our lives and with us. It's an amazing thing when you get to a place where you can begin to see and feel how not alone we actually are. So the definition of what God is to you, an organizing force of the universe, Is it always benevolent? No. Is it always evolutionary? Yes. It is about love, all forms of love, and unconditional love that speaks of truth always, of knowing, of opening. And the one thing about love is that all love really wants is more love. Love builds upon itself. And when love is cherished and true, it takes on an identity of its own. It adapts to every situation and every being and wraps around that situation and being and relationship in a way that causes it to grow. The love puts pressure on the being to make the being grow the muscles of the heart and make the choices to either open or close, to either keep moving or grab for the past, to either embrace or reject. So, prayer at this time, this evolution that we find ourselves in, this great pause, I'm calling it the great pause, this chance to be so alive and so real within our own worlds, to take an inward journey of discovery. Prayer first has to be about alignment with the divine. We don't have to know what that means, but we have to be willing to feel ourselves part of a grand design. And if you're with me on that, I'm wrapping you with the energy of it. If you're part of that alignment, if you're answerable to it, it becomes answerable to you. It will offer you guidance. It will open streams of consciousness, streams of wisdom, just like what's coming through for you, through me for you in this moment. As I'm locked out of my house. It's so symbolic. So if you wish to engage with this intelligence, with this love, with this God, if we wish to pray, please pray not to be released from pain. Don't try to ask to not be in pain, but ask to find the strength and alignment to let that pain be your teacher, to feel it, to allow it to enter you, to feel the pain, to breathe into it, whatever it is. It's easy to feel pain right now. And some of you are so empathic. Some of you feel the pain of the world. Some of you embody that pain. You are so highly sensitive and sensitized to it. If you have a prayer, don't ask for that to be taken away from you. Rather, ask for the wisdom and the courage to allow it to flow through you instead of getting stuck in you, as it is not yours to heal. That is in the province of the divine. But you are praying, asked to be a vessel for that pain. Asked to be part of the grand scheme of things, of evolution on the planet. If you pray, ask for the wisdom to speak truth in a way that touches the hearts and souls of others. Ask to come out of judgment and criticism and polarity. And as you're asking for these things, allow yourself to embrace and embody what it takes to be such a being of God, to be such a representative of that intelligence. In this moment, you and I, and everybody that's here, is part of an energy that is reaching out and touching the world. Don't be afraid of the noisemakers and the mind chatter. Rather pray for solidarity with all that you cherish. I believe it is Osho that I'll paraphrase right now, who said something like, true courage is the willingness to face into the unknown. The courage of prayer, of real prayer, is to face into the unknown of your connection with the divine, and to be able to be part of something you can't know, that your mind can't fully grasp. Ask, and it will come to you. If your heart is fully open, if you really mean it, if you are willing to be involved that closely with Spirit, if you see yourself through the eyes of an angel, you will know that you have only begun to tap into your potential. Barely begun. We're all like children here. And we need to start growing up. We need to come into our spiritual adulthood. We need to blossom and bloom like these roses behind me. I thank you. I thank you so much for listening to me, for being part of this amazing network of love and challenge and spirit. Bye. All love to you.